Good evening, everyone. My name is Static Pulse. I'll be commentating the race tonight, Brooke versus Oxwus. The flag tonight is no gifts. No gifts is a very interesting flag where any presents and shops in the game contain nothing. You can find insignificant items, you can find other garbage that doesn't do anything. Instead, all your drops are gotten from random encounters. Every random encounter has a 100% chance to drop an item so long as you don't get red swirled. So, we'll see what the item list has in store for our racers here and what plans they have for getting those items quick. And we are off. So one strategy that has worked fairly well with this flag is to find a guaranteed or at least high spawn tile with a snake on it and just fight that snake 100 times over until you get everything you want from it. Oxwus went into a butterfly, unfortunately. Sometimes in that summer lobby there, enemies from up top can spawn down there. Can be kind of interesting. Take them out, get some early levels. We have a very early desert here. I always hate to see it. Very easy to get sunstroke here. You have to use your early PP on carrying that. Unfortunately, Brooke finding only dead ends here. Oxwus right behind them. Our racers remembering that the present at the end of the Lumine Hall corridor doesn't have anything for them. I should mention that items that are kind of given by PCs that don't require a shop menu still function normally. So you can get a baseball cap here. You can still purchase fresh eggs from the Tucson Berglund Park. So there's a couple of ways to get items. And we'll have our first item. Our first item is a yo-yo of some kind. I think it was combat. Could have missed it. The combat yo-yo is the strongest yo-yo. A pretty good weapon, other than it's horrific to miss chance. Piggy Jelly, high HP recovery. I think that's like about 300. Our racers here, going to the other end of the desert. Looking for the way forward. Oh, yeah, 2 kids with sunstroke. You hate to see it. I think, I don't know if you start with enough money to get past that. I think you do. I think you need, like, 12 or 15. You start with 20, I think. We see a deluxe fry pan over on Oxwus' side. Not a... It's a fine enough weapon for Paula at this point in the game. A department store with nothing but garbage. Hate to see it. Seems the way maybe through the museum that Brooke found earlier. Pressure beam, a very good strong gun for Jeff. There is a free heal spot on this floor. Not a bad idea to take it if you have been using PSI. I'm not sure if that's what our runners are planning or if they are taking the opportunity to get some more presents. Charm coin, a decent coin. Fox was slightly ahead on the presence here compared to Brooke. So the erasers, at least early on. Oh, Earth Pendant. That's pretty good. Not the best kind of pendant you can get, but a very solid one to start off with. It seems that our erasers are fairly good for early game weapons right now. Looking for C and star pendants, possibly some bazookas of some kind. Stag beetle, not terribly useful, but what they got? Oh, you also don't get presents if you instant win fights like that. So you have to be careful about green swirling enemies here, especially when you have crusher beams equipped. Brooke taking the heal here, pretty good idea. Oh. And it stole an egg, it stole the boiled egg. Darn shame. So we'll see if our racers here will stay on this floor, grind for presents, or if they'll continue on. I think Brooke mentioned that she was not a big fan of grinding presents out, so we'll see if she decides to do so here or not. Big bottle rocket, that's pretty good. We got a spare one, so we can use that to take out some early game threats like robots, monotony robots, and other tough early bosses like Starman Jr. Sometimes Carpainter. We're continuing on through the maze while Oculus is grinding. Secret herb. Oh, we got both of our desert, or not desert, museum entrances here on floor 1. This is a fairly big floor 1 too. We have Dungeon Man. We see some ants, so Brooke is closing in on the end of floor 1. Actually, I think those are slugs, probably. Free hotel? Might as well. Ox was deciding to continue on, not having any spot luck anymore. Rock candy that gives a kid a random status up. Get guts. Guts is alright. Probably would rather see vitality of anything. Maybe IQ. That's it. Yep. Another fairly big hub area in or somewhat big in the LOM. I think Brooke ended up throwing away both crack bats she had. Fox was grinding over here. While I see a low HP heal. Mr. Baseball Bats? It's a pretty good weapon. That's a decent weapon for yes. We see our first skip, a ruler skip. So both our racers here are likely to take, I'll both find and take the skip. Alright, we see some, I think, I'm assuming local guy, so this might just be floor 3. Toy air gun, not as good as pressure beam, so probably not gonna use that. Oh, got the famous 3 folding in on itself. Hopefully there are not extensive backrooms through this floor. See another skip room. Have pizza and a towel. I have not seen much in the way of skip items yet that have been dropped on either runner's side, although also taking a red from that mouse there. Then we have a hint. Trillion edge, barf. Didn't seem too deadly. No dog or anything. The later floors have some strongest bosses. The rat's always annoying to deal with. Barf on floor 7, I think it was, is the racers run into that, they'll get a free Starstorm upgrade. Missiles did not work, but with the very strong weapons that Brooke has, pretty easy to take the painting down. Back to 3. Oxwood is continuing to grind on these slugs. Fighting the second floor boss, which is another painting. Going to get some more EXP Platinum Band. I think that was the other end of the alien room that Brooke found earlier. So, my guess is possibly the way forward is through 3. Seems like a lot of doors end up back at 3. Also, a lot of doors going to Fire Springs. Well, we got a free hotel and a phone here. Not a bad place to save and heal up. Ox was continuing to grind, although it seems a little unreliable to get the spawns to show up. Sometimes you can get a twofer with slugs and mad mice. And we have a full heal too, so this actually isn't a bad place to save. Even if you wipe, you can just fully recover. Seeing some 3 enemies here, although the green swirl takes them out. Oh, but but the zombie did poo there at the end. No, I don't like fighting zombies early. They deal decent damage. They tend to be freeze resistant, so you're running them at a low level in a normal-ish seed and have trouble taking them out. Don't have to worry about it so much in these fights, eh? We have a king banana and hamburger, which Brooke did have a burger. So we'll see yet another skip. So this didn't go back to floor 1, so we're somewhere ahead of floor 3, at least at floor 5. Possibly up to 8. And we already found the boss room, so not necessarily a bad idea to go fight it. I mean, Brooke did have the full heal back in 3 that she set here. Possibly looking for some local enemies to figure out what floor exactly she's on. We see a diamond? That could be any number of things. Brooke deciding to go the other way. Possibly going to take on the floor boss now. Ox was continuing to grind on full. Heavy bazooka. That is a excellent item to pick up. Oxus has also found the eraser, which is another skip item. Brooke seeing we'll have this is the floor 6. I think it's a trillion. No, this was the rat. Okay. The rat can be a tough customer. It gets crits. It can poison you. Oxus seems confident enough to move on from their floor 1 grind. Get a free horn of life. If you do take a KO or run away from an encounter without using Spy First, you do lose the item forever. So, in these kinds of situations, it's always a good idea to spy on the enemy. Evil Bat, unfortunately not very useful at this point. Octopus heading north instead of south. They might possibly run into the exits to floor 1. Unfortunately, Paula is down. Oh. Well, Brooke is going to be using... Ooh. Unfortunately, the secret herb did not work. Will this take the rat out? No. But it is solidified. So, Horn of Life that you just got. Bring Paula back up, throw out more freezes. We've got one turn. In this situation, I don't know if I would, there we go. The rat is down. Repeat, the rat is down. This will be a lot of experience for Brooke. Unfortunately, Ness does not get any of it. So now, everyone but Ness is pretty well set up. On to floor 7. Or gonna go back. Was there a hospital nearby? Can also go back. Oh yeah, this room. There we go. Excuse me. Alright, what will floor 7 have for us? We got lots of UFOs. Ugh. We got South Scaraba enemies here. Not great to see. We can't paralyze them. Oxless now on floor 3 himself, heading westward immediately to the bakery. We'll likely be doing most of the same door checks as Brooke. Oxless did not have any of the skip items that for that room. Brooke didn't either, but Oxless, I believe, is a little further. But Oxless does have the eraser, which they can use here. And we'll see where they end up. Brooke ended up on floor 6, which was pretty good. Oxless could also end up on, I think, as far as floor 8. Brooke finding another monkey cave. Unfortunately, taking on some sewer rats. Are these pink cloud enemies for Oxless? They are. Oxless might be deeper on floor 7. Manages to keep Jeff alive. Oh, and they found the wet towel. Although I don't think they will be going back for that wet towel skip. Unfortunately, Paula is now possessed. Brooke, oh. I think this is probably the outside winner's enemy. Uh-oh. Unfortunately for Brooke, the ghost has frozen Ness, prevented him from putting the nuke to sleep. I would probably say 8 because this looks like might be an alien base enemy. I think cloud enemies and alien base enemies I would say are either like late 7 or 8. Oh, Oxless taking a red there. Might be another Senor Mook. The expert Mook. Trying to put the enemy to sleep and get away, which Oxless did, but not without Paula falling. I also did not see whether they stole the item or not. Look, clicking on some Mr. Molecules here. We see a Starman, so I would say this is probably pretty definitively full floor 8. Grabbing the shiny coin just in case he needs a run. Banned alien. Drops a large pizza. Very useful for the Gygas fight. It's a full party heal. Hoping to find more Starmen, which Oxus does, but also nuclear robot to go with it. Brooke getting a janky green on this ghost. Decides to auto-fight it out. Ooh, getting beat up here. The big lead back for Brooke. I think Brooke's getting close to that heavy bazooka. If they don't already have it. Oh, Paula down again. And this time the battle's over. Pencil eraser, although unlikely to be useful at the on floor 8 and all. Good amount of EXP for Oxmus's remaining kids. Boca Kings for Brooke. That gives Pooh a lot of speed, which makes it pretty useful for running, although you try not to run in these settings. Oxus finding a full heal sanctuary spots. Unfortunately, it was at the end of one of the unfortunately it's a dead end, so they'll need to turn back through the Cave of the Past room. Brooke finding a very good room to post up in. Nice save point, nice heal, full heal spot. Also finding Giant Step. We see a Fobby. Brooke finding the Tropola Theater. We see some 3 puppets, so gonna turn right back around. Definitely don't want to waste time on a showtime if you don't have to. I think this is the sanctuary room for Brooke. I think that's the Dragon Quest slime there, mine. Now this is Barf. So if Brooke wins this fight, then Pooh will learn Starstorm afterwards, which can be very handy for the Gygas fight, as well as just general traversal. Looks like Pooh has a lot of PP to be thrown around. Starstorms, so that's good. Oxus heading backwards. And we get a teddy bear. Teddy bear is pretty useful, can absorb some hits. Unfortunately, everybody's crying now. All these freezes are going to slow down the heal, though. Okay, that was fast enough. Perfect, ending on a freeze alpha. The teddy bear is also immune to freeze attacks, so they can be very handy to have against mooks. Brooke getting another chunk of EXP. Also, more valuably though, is Starstorm Alpha on Pooh. Brooke now on floor 8, like the same floor as Oxus. Okay, and they're both in the same area. So we know Oxus might be going backwards. Also checking the floor, finding they're on 8. And that they're up against Thunder and Storm. Oxus will be unhappy here soon, should they go into Brooke now going to find Moonside here shortly. I remember Oxus going through that room. Is the correct way through Moonside, or will Brooke end up going down into the same dead end as Oxus? I don't think Oxus went through the museum, but that's not the way Brooke's going. That looks like Brooke is going to go down the same path that Oxus came from. Which, as we know, is a big old dead end. Ox was deciding to check out the rest of Foresight here before going back. Oh, getting red swirled by the pink cloud enemies, who are afraid of Brooke. Brooke having a level advantage. Bread roll. Ox was finding the, I think, Foresight department store there in the hotel. We see some magic camp enemies here. Unfortunately, the pretty good weapons they started off with are not quite enough to cut it now. With these higher defense, higher HP enemies. Ooh, Ox was here in a rough fight with the tree and Petunia. Petunia's can let out manages to run away. Unfortunately, forfeit whatever that item is. Could have been a good item. Brooke finding Magnet Hill, unfortunately also realizing this was now a dead end. Oh, Ox was taking another red swirl, unfortunately. Decides to soft reset out. The Starman juked Brooke there. Fortunately, it did not work. Paralyzed that. I know, Brooke. I'd probably be throwing out Starstorms here. Was not able to run away up. The teddy bear got exploded there. Fortunately. The Rust Promoter. These are some speedy starmen. Ox was finding a skip, but skips are no longer useful. Skips take you a minimum of 2 floors away, and with Oxus on floor 8, they cannot skip onto 9 from this floor. So any skips will be backwards. Brooke continuing to manages to sleep 2 of the 3, manages to run away, and will now go back for the full heal. Yeah, when Oxus had that fight, it wasn't much better for them either. Although Brooke does have Starstorm, so they run into that fight again, they can throw out some Starstorms to get damage out. Defense Ribbon, unfortunately not very useful. Oxus finding themselves on Adjecant now. Is this the way forward? We don't know. We know Oxus can't. It is. Unfortunately, Brooke in the wrong area of floor 8. Whereas Oxus has found the exits to floor 9, is now advantaged. But I don't think they have found any of the good pendants. So Gygus can still be spotty. They should have an Earth Pendant, but Earth Pendant only goes so far. And especially if you only have one. The double Fishman fight is also rough, but quickly figures out they were low on HP and goes for some bashes to take him out. Unfortunately, we know Moonside is not the correct place to be. Need to head on back to Forsyth and find that department store. Oxus has the... Oh, actually, there was a way to Magicant here in Moonside, so Brooke. I think going through this door we'll find the... Maybe it was a different door. I don't remember which door it was, but they are now much closer. The door's on the other side near Mom. But when will Brooke find the way forward? Brooke heading towards the department store. Oh no, that was I think that was the door next door in the Magicant area. Oxus now the first on 9 at 3716. Unfortunately, has the mines. A lot of presents with not very useful, but it seems to be fairly spawn free. A couple moles you can fight here. They're okay EXP at this point. Okay, here we go. Brooke has found the Forsyth department store. Decides to head back, which is unknowns to them the correct way, correct path. Now heading down this way, and we'll find themselves shortly at... We have the hype room on floor 9, but the only thing to get hype over a bunch of insignificant items. Oh no, we got Tucson on floor 9. Oof. Alright, so Brooke is not too far off from Oxus here. Going for Paralyzed on the boss. Silver bracelets, not terribly useful. Oh. Fortunately got hung up on the invisible sign. Now taking on the more enemies. Unfortunately, these robots hurt. We're throwing out the Starstorm against Thunder and Storm. Takes him out. My guess is we might head back to Magic Camp Mom and get that full heal. Oxlo's having a rough time against these enemies, but looks like they will be able to pull through. Well, looks we're going for 4-9, not even going back for the heal. Using the mouse to mark the spots, and is heading on same way as the Oxwis. Going to get parallels here. Yep. Oxwis finding the other end of Belch base. Brooke finding Tucson and deciding to go the other way, which don't blame him. Instead, having a whole lot of nothing. Hey, this is supposed to be the party room for Jeff. And Jeff is getting nothing for his birthday. It's very sad. It's actually just the biggest prank on Earth. Instead of heading north, Brooke is heading toward the south. So we'll see some new rooms here. Fortunately, Brooke's kid's not bashing or much damage against the Starman. But the Starman himself is not very dangerous. Got the baddest beam. I think that's a little better than Crusher Beam. It's like maybe a step or two above. Alright, we have a Monkey Room or you gonna get a King Banana or Fresh Egg. Neither of which are very useful at this point. I don't know, I would have thought that Brooke would have gotten it by now, but Oxos must have really dug that the item list to have gotten it and Brooke not have it yet. So good news, it looks like the fires here from Fire Springs are afraid of Brooke. Always good to see, makes 4-9 traversal easier. Eraser for Brooke. Oxus finding the full heal room on floor 9. Brooke going to auto fight the Starman again. Brooke heading down to Polestar, not bothering to check the Everdread house. Yeah, it's a safe point. Might as well take it. If you run into something bad, you can just reset back here. Starman tries to ambush. Walks right past him. Excuse me. A regular old fry pan here. Oh. Brooke trying to lure the Starman up north so the other one can't join in time. Oxlo's finding the Scaraba. Brooke now getting the heavy bazooka. Probably wishes she had that a lot earlier. Unfortunately, if they need to dig for a sea or star pendant, Brooke's still quite a ways away, I think, from Oxalis on the list, and would have to be much more grinding in order to find such a pendant. Unfortunately, the slime was just out of position. Ox was finding some more doors to go through. Getting lost in these hospital rooms that all look the same. Guy just could show up at any moment. Oh no, giant step. spawn plates can be pretty here sometimes. ATM machine. Is Brooke going to go? Oh, that's right. There's 2 more doors over here on the right before the one more. Finding all sorts of good present rooms here on 9, but still got the green. You can call for mock pizzas and get them delivered. Brooke realizing the arms dealer won't have anything for. Sometimes the ancient cave makes sense. We're finding yet another dead end. Will they head to the south? Currently, it looks like Oxus might be on the path to Gygus, simply by virtue of having left Tucson and finding additional doors further into the floor. The enemy spawns still seem to be the same, so we can't say for certain that this just won't loop around somewhere else. Well, we got some fires. Could be fire spring enemies. It is. It's a elemental. The thirsty element. Bag of Dragonite, that will be very useful for Gygus. Terminating in a... Oh, it's a pencil. I don't know if they picked up the pencil eraser. Unfortunately, what's this entire back? Are these just back rooms of 9? This is a big giant dead end. Brooke deciding to grind a little bit more here, it seems. Getting a steady supply of aliens. Getting back into Polestar. We'll see if they... Looks like they're headed toward Everdred or Bergman Park, possibly the Everdred house. We'll see what that might be. Remember to stay hydrated. Starman certainly was. We have the Magic Camp Pendant shop, but it's got nothing for sale. Brooke now checking these northern doors, like Oxus was doing earlier. Oh. Ox was luckily at least has a much easier enemy set in here. Instead of having to deal with fires and dinosaurs, we got Starmen. Got a nice secret herb for Brooke to make up for the one she used earlier. If I remember right, the way Oxus went was somewhere in this kind of northern residential area, so I think Brooke might be following in Oxus's steps here sooner than later. Whoa, that diamond really swung out. Hey, jar of fly honey. You can go back and take that belch-based skip now. Well, thank you for the raid. Welcome to Ancient Cave Race. Brooke versus Oxus. Flag of no present items, no shop items. Items only drop from enemies. Hall of Fame data, decent there. Brooke doing some inventory. Yep, Brooke looks like to be following Oxus' steps here. Having found Scaraba. Opting to check the various other doors around here first. Oh, gonna buy the snake bag. Possibly looking to poison Gygas later. I think Oxus went through the Saturn Valley room? Can't quite remember now, it's been a little bit. Fortunately, a dead-end room with just a present. More dead-end rooms for Brooke. Looks like they'll be taking the Saturn Valley room here. Now, was that an Auto Star Master? Oh, very good. The Starstorm advantage Brooke had is no longer there. Oh, these 3 numbs off that flash beta. Hate to see it. Brooke soloing out this Fobby for another item. Platinum Band. Brooke going... I don't remember if Oxus went the way Brooke did or not. Possible Brooke found a different portion of 9? Yes. It looks like Brooke might have gone left in the Saturn Valley room while Oxus went right. But Oxus is hot on Brooke's tail. Alright, we see Fire Springs enemies. Might be getting closer to Gygas here. Skip sandwich, skip item. Not very useful right now. Always good to have enough levels that enemies are scared of you. Might not have been a bad idea to save there. You could reset back if this ladder up over here was the dead end or something. Although the Dungeon Man room's pretty good, there's a lot of forced encounters. You can't auto-win or anything, so it can be pretty useful for grinding out items. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. So it's pretty good. Oh, I've got them again over on Oxus' side. Unfortunately, not many pendant drops. So they just kind of had to deal with all the flashes and fires and everything. Goddess Band for Brooke. Oxus now following in Brooke's footsteps. Also possible some of the floor enemies like those fires might clip in or spawn in bounds. So, Coin of Slumber. Not a great coin, but any more coins, it's there. Insignificant item, not very useful, as one might expect. Yeah, unfortunately, Ox was not getting green swirls on these guys as easily as Brooke did. Plain roll. Like a bread roll, but even more boring. Gaia Beam, strongest weapon for Jeff. That can be... If he didn't already have the heavy bazooka, that'd be pretty useful. Oxus deciding to just go through this room. Deciding to skip on enemies, like Brooke. And now we have first room at Pawn Cave. And nothing besides the spawn. And some inventory management to move that bat over. And we found Gygus at 5612. I thought there was a pretty good chance. It'll just be a comment on pendants. Where we have, I think, one Earth pendant. Oh, don't set the mouse in that room, Brooke. You're gonna have to exit and come back in to reload the script to activate the final boss. So with got a good chunk of levels off that caterpillar there. Well, just gonna have to go for it. Ox was doing the classic butts meme. Brooke taking a look at the inventory, trying to figure out what to do. Ox was deciding to not take on Gygus right away. Instead, goes out, takes on these guys. All right, well, let's see what's in store for Brooke. Oh, beta, but everyone should survive. Oh, barely. That's barely survived that. Not freeze resistant, but not paralyzed either. Oh, Star Pendant. That's pretty good. Oh, and Nest goes down. Oxus now heading back. Likely, just gonna take on Gygus right away. You got a Star Pendant, you don't need, don't necessarily need much else. Oh, watch out for those diamonds. Those are definitely going to be some Dark Onat enemies right there. Alright, Brooke going nestless here. And is through phase 1. Oxo starting. Gaius at 59.26. That start pennant was pretty deep in the item list too, so if Brooke ends up trying to grind it out, they might have a while to go yet. Don't forget to equip the Earth Pendant. Oh no, there goes Jeff. Gonna have to auto-fight that and hope you can get it out. Nope. Nope, just gonna let Jeff go down. Nope, well, Magnet's not gonna do anything, but, oh, Paula's already dead. Right. Alright, this is gonna be a very interesting fight for Brooke. Poisoned him. Although, did they get rid of the, feeling strange? No, it didn't. Going, for the full revival, perhaps, on the prey. Oxo was steadily getting through phase 1. Jeff is down for the Oxus, though. It's very much, in anyone's court right now. Oxus on to phase 2. Paula is down. Continuing to get these solidifies. Oh, everyone fell asleep. Oxus has a small advantage here with the Star Pendant, as well as the Earth Pendant. But, can still get taken out pretty easily with some unlucky Thunder hits. Oh, everyone's feeling strange now. I assume Brooke isn't doing that just because they want to try and get everyone back up before phase 3 and beyond, since Pooh really doesn't have a way to heal himself other than PSI, but here we go, phase 3. Looks like, oh! Oxus did get the full revival there. Getting a second chance at this. Brooke on to phase 4. Oxus throwing out the freeze alphas. Is this still anyone's game? You gotta go for that brain shock. That's 10 PP though. You only have so many heals. Thunder didn't hit anyone. Oxus still in phase, trying to get through phase 2. Oh, one Thunder, one Prayer. Oxus makes it past phase 2. Brooke going for the beta heal. Oh, double Thunder hit on Pooh, but had a life up cute on him. Alright, it's all you have to do is pray. Getting down to the wire. Oh, Jeff goes down on Osmos' side, but no longer useful now. Or useful here, I should say. One miss, two miss on Thunder for Brooke. Double Thunder hit on Oxalus. Brooke's still managing a slight lead here. One miss, one Thunder hit. Brooke. Brooke only has one heal left in the tank. Thunder 1 miss. Thunder 2 miss. All you can do is pray now. I think Brooke is ahead by like one prayer. Okay, after this prayer, Brooke's on the final phase. Oxus, I think, is one prayer behind, but it's all comes down to this. I guess it's two prayers. All right, we're on the final prayer. No solidify, that is it. Brooke reaches the final prayer of the race time, .gg time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, 14 seconds. Oxalus now on the final two prayers of the game. But the star pendant is in a much better, much less precarious position than Brooke was, but could still be taken out by Thunders. Was not. We have final prayer for Oxalus. Thunder 1, Thunder 2, but final prayer goes through. Oxalus finishes with a time of 1:07:18. And that is it, folks. The race is over. Ace Trainer Brooke will be advancing while Oxalus, unfortunately, is eliminated. And by eliminated, I mean they go down to the danger bracket. So Oxalus can still make it back, face off against Trainer Brooke again if he manages to win against whoever wins the Satake versus Ili Simoon race, which is on the 31st. So we have one, two, three races left in this tournament. Satake versus Keeley. The winner of that versus Oxalus. And the winner of that versus Ace Trainer Brooke in the finals. Yeah, the Keeley versus Satake race is on the 31st at 6 p.m. Eastern, I believe it is. Bit of an early time, but I hope you are around to watch it. Yeah, I don't know if we have any commentators for that one yet. It's a little early for me, but that one will have the flag of no Jeff. We actually haven't had a lot of no kid flags in these tournaments, so we'll be seeing no Jeff next time. Well, I think that about does it. Not much else to say. So I hope everyone has a good evening. It was a very good race. I'm glad everyone was here to see it. And I will see you all next time. Good night.